Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name is Erin. If you are new here, welcome to my channel where I like to do all things beauty as well as movies. I love to talk about horror movies or just movies and TV shows in general, and I also love to talk about makeup, beauty, products. I also just recently ventured into talking about some books because I do love to read as well. So those videos should be up before this one hopefully. But anyways, you guys, today I'm going to be doing the high-end makeup tag, as you probably saw maybe from my title or the thumbnail, and I was inspired to do this. I'm pretty sure by Morgan Turner. Off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly who I saw, but I will go back and look at who I saw do this first and tag them down in the description box, as well as the original creator for this, it's blanking on me right now. Okay, yes, you guys, I had to pause to look. Yes, so this tag was created by Gooch and Jena Frose. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm actually subscribed to both of them here on YouTube, and I watch their videos like on a regular, and they created this tag, and I've seen I think 2 other people do it. I know for sure Morgan Turner's the first one I saw do it, so I will link all those folks down in the description box. Definitely check out their videos, obviously, and see other views and other answers for these questions. And I will also link or write the questions down in the description box in case you want to do this. If you are doing it, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to check out your answers and see a different version of this. But anyways, this tag basically is just answering different questions around high-end or luxury makeup, and so I'll be doing that today based on my collection. So yeah, if you like these types of videos, definitely think about subscribing. I do videos like this on my channel here, talking about beauty, makeup, like I said, also movies, and definitely hit the like button down below if you like the video by the end, of course. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the first question. Alright, my first one here says, the first question is, if you could only use one high-end brand, what would it be? And this one was very hard for me because I do venture into different brands that are high-end, and there are quite a lot that I really like. So I thought first to myself which one that would be something that I have a lot of products from, and I couldn't narrow it down. I'm sorry if I'm cheating, but I went ahead and picked ABH for one of the brands that I would choose for a high-end brand because I do like their foundation. I have quite a few of their palettes. I like their clear eyebrow gel and a couple other of their products that I really enjoy. But I also said Pat McGrath on this one, Pat McGrath Labs, because I really do like her eyeshadows. I think they're really special, and she also has a really full line, although she doesn't have blush, which that would be the thing for me. I love blush, but I think she has a really special formula. So those were my 2 that I picked for if I could only use one high-end brand, that would be. Alright, so question number 2 is, what is the most underrated high-end brand? And for this one, I could not narrow it down. I'm so terrible at that, but I did say these 2 brands. The first one I said is Rowan. Pretty sure this would be considered a high-end brand. They're quite pricey. Like, these little quads here are like $42, although I got all of mine on, except for one, I got all of them on sale that I have, and I have 3, and I think these are just really special. And I hear some people talk about these, like Amanda Z, I think Amanda Z. I've seen her talk about these, and this is where I got the recommendation for these from, but I don't see a whole lot of people talk about this brand and or their eyeshadows, and I really do like their eyeshadows. There's something very unique about the formula, and they're just very special. They're like creamy, but like still like a powder finish, and it's just very mesmerizing on the eye. You get a very shiny, glittery eye. And I have 3 of the palettes from Rowan. I have the 1111, 75 degrees, and 52 degrees. So one is like more neutral, rosy leaning, one is cool tone, and one is warm, and they're all like really great. The other brand I wanted to note was YSL, which is Yves Saint Laurent. Did I say that right? Anyways, I like this little brand. Although I haven't tried a lot of their products, I do really like their quints, and I don't see a lot of people talk about them. I think that their little quints are really nice, actually. So this is one I would say is kind of underrated in a way. Even though this is a really big brand and it's a really big high-end luxury brand, I don't see a lot of people talk about their makeup as much. For example, in regards to like maybe YouTube, I guess that would be underrated in like the beauty community, maybe more so than like all overall. But yeah, I definitely think they have some really nice little quints, so I picked that one as well. All right, the next question is, what is the most overrated high-end brand? And for this one, ooh, I don't know how people, because I really do like the products from this brand, but for the price tag, I don't know if I would necessarily buy them at full price. And that's going to be Tom Ford. Now, a lot of people really seem to love Tom Ford, especially like in the luxury beauty community. And I do really, really like his quads. I have 4 of them. This is my favorite one. So Daydream, it just became my favorite one more recently. But I really love this, and it gives a really special look to the eye. But I don't think I would have paid the full price for this. I got this on sale at, I think, like Nordstrom or somewhere, some like retailer or department store. And while I love this palette, I don't think I would pay $88 for it. And a lot of his products are very, very expensive. And I know a lot of people rave about his stuff, but I've also seen some not so great reviews on some of his products. So I just don't know if the price would be enough for me to want to buy any more of his products. And although I have 4 of his quads and I really do like them, like I said, I just kind of find that the brand is a bit overrated. And I was dying to try Tom Ford based on, you know, recommendations from YouTube and people, you know, ranking all of the quads. I love those videos, by the way, ranking like one brand. But I just, even though I really like them, like I said, I just find it a little tiny bit overrated. Just tiny bit. My second option for this would have been probably Huda Beauty. Although I love the 2 palettes I have from her, I just kind of find the brand a little bit overrated. So, alright, next is, what's your favorite high-end product under $50? And for this one, I chose the Dior Backstage Face Palette. This one is $49, I believe, and this is the one in 001 Universal. I really like this. I haven't had this that long, but I have to say it really surprised me. I didn't think I was gonna like it because I thought it would be too shiny or glittery on the cheek, but it's really not, and it's such a cute little product. I really enjoy using it, and all of the shades in here pretty much are really, really nice. So this is something that surprised me, even more so than I would say it's like, yeah, but like under $50, I would say this is probably my favorite. Like, it's really, really nice. If you have not tried any of these little face palette from the Dior Backstage, they're very, very nice. And I know they came out with some other ones, but I haven't tried the new ones. All right, next is a hidden gem from the high-end category that no one talks about. I could have pulled out the YSL Quints again. Like I said, I feel like those ones are not that talked about here, or even the Rowan Quads, but I also wanted to mention this brand as well. This is the Route de Fil, whatever. This is their Ash and Ember eye suit in the shade Golden Age. I just really find this to be such an interesting product. It's like a pot cream one and done type of eyeshadow look. I again got this off of Amanda Z, her YouTube channel, and I just find this product to be very interesting, especially for if you need something just very quick. And I like the product a lot. It's really, really pretty on the eye, and it's effortless. You do work with it, you do need to work with it a little bit, blend it out, but once you have it worked onto the eye, it's really beautiful. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about that brand. I've seen a little bit of buzz about it, but that product in particular I find to be really, really beautiful, and I would definitely recommend if you're looking for something like that. It's very like a creamy consistency, very just different from anything else that I've tried though, and it does resemble like an Ash and Suit cream eye, you know, color. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's lovely. But it's something I think that should definitely get some more recognition. And if you're ever looking for something very unique and interesting, definitely go for these little things. I would love to try more colors. It's the only one I have. Definitely want to try some more from that brand. Alright, next is your favorite high-end foundation, and for this one I thought about for sure the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. Like I said, that one I really, really love, but I would also like to give an honorable mention, I guess that would be my honorable mention. I also like to point out this one from Shiseido. This is their Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I haven't had this that long because it just came out not too long ago, but even still, this is one that I've really, really, really been loving recently. Whenever I want to just have a really nice, beautiful base, I'm reaching for this now, and this is actually what I have on today. Gives the skin a beautiful glow. It's definitely radiant, and I just absolutely love it. So I think I would say definitely the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but this Shiseido one is really, really nice too, and I definitely wanted to highlight that one. It's really beautiful. Another honorable mention could be the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea one. I think that's what it's called. I really like that one as well. It's really nice. All right, question number 7 is, what products do you tend to buy more at the high-end price point? And I would definitely have to say eyeshadows. I buy, well, I mean, I do have a lot of affordable eyeshadows. I don't know, because I have been leaning towards getting a lot of high-end or more, pricey eyeshadows recently. But I do also have a lot of affordable eyeshadows that I really love. Like ColourPop is one of my favorite brands. I love Moira Beauty. They have some really great ones. But I also really do have a lot of high-end. So I would say maybe eyeshadow and also maybe bronzers as well. I do tend to buy more pricey bronzers or high-end bronzers than drugstore. I don't know if it's not really intentional. It just happens to be that I've bought more high-end bronzers, and I really do enjoy them actually. Although I am trying to pan a bronzer that was $1 from AOA, and it's really nice. I actually have it on today, topped with the Hourglass one. So not that I don't love the drugstore bronzers, some drugstore bronzers, but I just tend to buy more high-end bronzers. All right, so next is a high-end brand you think is a bit overpriced, and for this one I actually put Viseart. Now I want to preface this by saying I've only got one Viseart palette, and that's the only thing I've tried from the brand, so I don't know if I'm an expert on Viseart eyeshadows and can say really that they're overpriced, but the price is very high for some of their palettes, and I have to say it is too much. Another brand that came to mind was Scott Barnes. They seem to have very expensive price tags for their palettes and different products, so that is another one I was like, that's a little bit too overpriced for my liking. I wouldn't really feel, for what they're giving, I wouldn't really want to buy. And then also I could say Tom Ford as well. Like I said, I feel like I wouldn't buy some of his products at full price from Tom Ford, even though some of his products entice me, and even though I really love the quads that I have, the 4 quads I have from Tom Ford, I just feel like it's a bit overpriced. Just my opinion. Yes, moving on. Number 9 is, what is your favorite high-end limited edition product? Oh wow, this one I don't even have anything down because I could not think of a product that would be my favorite limited edition limited edition product. If I could think, is the okay, I just thought of one. The Game of Thrones palette from Urban Decay. I do really like that palette. I know a lot of people don't like that palette, and a lot of people said it's just, doesn't represent the show, or the formula's not really great in it, and to an extent I really do agree with that, but I just really love the palette. It was a gift as well, and I like it. I think it's pretty nice, so that's one of probably my favorite high-end limited edition product. There we go. Number 10, what's the best high-end eyeshadow formula? I'm gonna have to go with Pat McGrath. I mean, I really love Natasha Denona's formula as well, and I was one of those people that was like, there's no way I'm spending $129 or $125 for either of those brands. There's no way that formula is worth it. Whatever, I just don't care. Like, I would never do it. And to some extent, I still do feel like it's just too expensive, and that's why I've gotten most of my high-end palettes on sale. I have not paid full price for the majority of them, but I do have to say their formulas are good. Their formulas are good. I have to say it. Pat McGrath is probably my favorite though, because those special shades, they're just that special. They're glittery, they're beautiful, they're shimmery, they're iridescent, they're shifty. I just love them. And then I think a close second would be definitely Natasha Denona. I think her formula is really, really good as well. So if I had to pick, Pat McGrath and then Natasha Denona for sure. Those are my favorite high-end eyeshadow formula for sure. All right, number 11 is, what's the worst high-end eyeshadow formula? And I don't have any formulas that I absolutely just don't like from a high-end brand. I would say maybe Tarte. I do have one palette from Tarte. I don't really use it. I mean, I used one shade a lot because I was trying to pan it, but it's not something I reach for otherwise besides that one shade that I'm trying to pan. And I guess I would say Tarte, even though I've only had one palette from them. Other than that, yeah, that's probably the only one I could think of. I did have a palette I didn't like from Melt, and I know they can have some inconsistencies, but the majority of the palettes I have for them I really like. So if I had to choose, I would probably say Tarte. They just don't entice me that much, and the formula is okay in the palette that I do have from them, but I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular. So, okay, so what is the high-end brand you used to love but aren't crazy about anymore? And this answer may be contradictory since I answered with this brand on number 1 if I could only use one brand, but ABH has fallen off a little bit for me. Anastasia Beverly Hills, they've fallen off a little bit for me. Maybe it's because for the past year they didn't release that much and it wasn't anything really, you know, hyper exciting happening with the brand, so it has fallen off a little bit for me. But it's kind of crazy because I said I would probably use that one brand, but they do have a lot of products that I do like. It's just that they're not gripping me as much as some other brands now, like Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona. Like, yeah, those brands are just, you know, getting me a little bit more now than ABH is anymore. Even Urban Decay, like with the Stone Vibes palette, I found that palette to be really, really great last year. So I just feel like ABH has kind of fallen off just a little bit from where it used to be for me. Alright, you guys, next, number 13 is what high-end product did you not expect to like but it totally wowed you? And I have two for this. I mean, I have a lot of products that probably would be like that because I was just like, it's definitely not worth the price. So like some of my Pat McGrath or my Natasha Denona, but I did hear a lot of great things about those palettes as well. And this one I heard a lot of great things about the palette, the brand as well, but for me it was just kind of like, this brand is kind of almost not getting me as much, you know. I didn't think to be wowed by it. I thought it was kind of be boring, not that great. But the Charlotte Tilbury little quads, I do actually really, really like. I only have 2, so I shouldn't say like I love all of them, but the ones that I do have, I really like, and they definitely have wowed me. This one is Green Lights, and I just really like this quad. It's just something special about it. The shades are really pretty. I'm trying not to blind anybody. I'm trying to pan one of the shades right now, working on this one right here. They just have a really beautiful quality, and using all of them together, you can't really get too much variety in the look based on, you know, what you have here, and it's a quad, but it's something really that just wowed me about this. And since then, I've tried a couple other Charlotte Tilbury products, and I've actually enjoyed most of them. So I tried one of her lipsticks, and I tried this product as well, which I was dying to get after I first saw it. I was like, oh my goodness, that just seems right up my alley, and I actually really like this as well. So the quads really surprised me, and the brand overall. Another product I want to mention really quickly is the by Mario brand, and this one, this brand did not get like the best rave reviews. I mean, it was kind of like, yeah, it's nice, but it's nothing spectacular. But I really did like playing with this little Master Metals palette. I just think it's fun. I think it's interesting. It's not anything extremely revolutionary, but I think it's just different. It's fun. And I have fun with these little shadows. When I want a little pop, something different, you know, reach into this. And I love a pop. So that wowed me. Alright, you guys, the last question is, what's your favorite high-end eyeshadow palette right now? And this one's really hard for me as well because there's a lot that I'm loving right now. So I'll just mention a couple. Here we go. It's just like a recommendation video at this point. I really have been enjoying the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I just got mine last year. I got it 30% off. And I just love this palette. It's so pretty. No, it doesn't look like that used because it's not. I haven't had it that long, but I have to say, I love the shimmers in here. I love the mattes in here. I just love the formula in here. I think it's really, really good. Again, I have been completely shut down that it's not worth $129, even though I didn't get it for that. Just love it. And I had to also mention, like I said, Pat McGrath, the Divine Rose 2 is another one that I just absolutely love. I feel bad because I don't use it as much as I really would like to, and it costs so much money, but it's just a beautiful palette. The special shades in here are gorgeous. The mattes are pretty. I mean, it's just nothing I could say wrong about this, and the packaging is beautiful. I don't feel like opening it right now because it's kind of complicated, but it's a really nice palette. And if I could mention one more, definitely from last year, those all from last year that I got from last year. If I could mention one more, I would definitely say the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. I really love this palette. I think the shimmery, glittery shades in here are just really special. I think it's a cute little palette, and I really enjoyed this palette, like, a lot. I really, really did. I think it's just really great. I love it, and it's one of my favorites from last year, and I will definitely continue to keep it up there high and use it because I think it's good. I could also say I got the new Odin's Eye. I don't know if that's necessarily high end though. I think that's more like mid, but I really love the new Odin's Eye palettes as well. If you guys haven't seen those, they're amazing. So yes, you guys, I think that's all the questions. If I missed any, I apologize. That's all the ones that I wrote down. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to do this, again, like I said, I'll put the questions in the description box. Definitely think about giving this video a thumbs up, and check my subscription box on ways to support my channel, as well as check out my social media. It will be linked down there as well. And I will check you guys out in the next video. Stay safe. Adios.